Okay, what I'm about to tell you. Well, I'm gonna play this trailer here in a minute, but I swear to you that this is an actual real movie that I just watched. Somehow, this movie got funding, and I I, I don't know how it got funding. Like, I'll put it that way. It's extremely racist. I'll say that up front. It's really racist. It's funny at the same time. Um, there's a lot of boring stuff in it. The ending I thought could have been way fucking better. So I'm just gonna play this because if I start talking about this, you're gonna say that I'm trolling you or something. But no, I swear to you, this is an actual movie.
Have you ever suffered the injustice of being a person of color in this world? Have you ever had someone tell you how impressed they are, how well you speak English without an accent?
你为什么老是化这么浓的妆啊？
Speak English, Mom?
Or are you just tired of the way white folks look at you? If you can't beat them, be them.
Hi, my loves. I have some sad news. I'm not gonna run for prom queen.
Ugh, gag.
You think Olivia's racist and stupid, so help me beat her for prom queen. I have a whole plan. Vote for me. Vote for me.
你的头发怎么啦？本来的黑头发不是很好看吗？
I've decided I'm gonna endorse one girl for prom queen.
Someone we all want to be, irregardless of prejudice. I can see your black roots. Ew.
Hello?
Don't be shy.
What is this place?
We help you reach your true potential.
Welcome to ethnic modification. 3, 2, 1. This is my favorite part. How are you feeling?
It's good to be white.
Hey, new girl.
Hey, come sit.
你为什么要这么做？
I just gave myself an upgrade. Finally be treated the same as everybody else.
Look at what you've done to yourself. What happened?
Hey, I'm busy.
For a new plant to grow, the seed has to die.
This is a common side effect. This is a common side effect. This is a common side effect.
Joe, how wonderful is it to be white?
Do yourself a favor. Get tickets to a Michael Bublé concert. That experience as a white person will change your life.
Okay, so there you go. That's the movie. Okay, I'm not trolling you. This is a. I talked about this like a week or so ago when I saw the trailer for this. So this is the girl here, who's not a bad Asian. She's not bad. I mean, I would probably consider. She's her whole thing is she wants to be popular, and she wants to hang out with these stuck up white bitches. And first she tries to dye her hair blonde to compete with him, and then they notice her and they start being friendly with her, and from there it just goes downhill. Okay, you know what? I want to where's here, okay, let me put this. Okay, now I'm putting this on here because if you do want to see it, it is a watchable movie. It's funny. It's like hardcore racist, but it's actually funny. But the ending could have been way better. But see, I'm being it's a spoilers being discussed. So if you want to watch it and come back and then see my review, that's fine. Otherwise, I'm not gonna spoil too much, but I'm just gonna the trailer pretty much gives everything away. I mean, an ethnic modification or a whiteoscopy, mind you, like she gets turned into a white person. Um, there's a lot to unpack in this fucking movie, man. So, she's the daughter of this immigrant couple who came to America. I think it was 30 years ago. They said, and the dad has he's like a janitor and he has a cleaning service and I can't remember what the mom does. The mom does something, but I don't remember what her job was, but she's going to school and then like I said, she's trying to be popular and all this and she thinks it's because that she's Asian. See, this is the one thing that I don't like about this movie. Okay, if this were reality, okay, and she went to a school like she was like the way they make it, it's like she's the only Asian chick there. Okay, so first off, even like she's not bad. I'd say she's a solid like 7. Okay, even a 7 Asian compared to these white girls, and she's the only Asian there. And you mean to tell me everybody's harassing her and doing all this? How they show it is just I don't know. I just don't think it would be like that realistically. I think she would. So she's got it bad for this guy, and the guy likes the main cheerleader bitch. So she's trying to compete with that to get with this guy, and I'm like, bitch, just dress up like an anime bitch. Go watch some Twitch and then get a fucking uwu outfit, learn those dances, and just go over there and do that dance in front of him, and say, okay, now you do it. She'd win the guy instantly because the white girls wouldn't be able to do that dance. I guarantee you it. That would be game over for them. But on here, it's like, oh well, she's the only Asian here, and we don't like you because you're Asian, and we're not going to be polite to you, and all this like just I don't know. Okay, I mean, from my own personal experience and what I've seen overseas and all this, yeah, there's some racism and stuff. And growing up, I don't remember the way they show it on here. I don't know. I just think they did it to like make the point of the movie about that everybody hates her, so she has to be white to not be hated. Like that's how it comes off on there. So she keeps getting this text from this company called ethos or ethnos or some ethnic or ethnos something or other. And after she dyed her blonde hair and then got they the main girls liked her because she dyed her hair blonde, which was stupid. She got to go to this nail salon with them, but then they get mad at her because her roots are black. But the whole time they're in this fucking salon, they can't be bothered to say, "Oh, can you fix her fucking roots?" Like, what? Oh, and then they use her. That's the other thing. They use her to get a discount with the other Asians. And then the Asian lady and her are talking in Cantonese or whatever, and she says to her, "Oh, the discount only for y'all, not for Guai Lo." That did make me laugh because I know I know what that shit means. So she don't get the discount, and then she just like begs and almost cries, and then it just cuts to them getting their nails done, and they come out of there, and so the rest of the movie is her trying to appease this blonde girl And then she finally figures out, like, okay, well, I need to be a white girl to compete with these bitches, so I can't do this. So she goes to this ethos company, but she wasn't expecting it to be this whiteoscopy or ethnic modification, finger quotes as they call it. So she goes into what looks like a barber shop, and there's this guy there, and she goes, "Is this ethnos?" And all this. She goes, "Oh yeah, that's in the back." So she goes in the back, and there's like this whole other business back there. So she's sitting, and they're showing these people on the screens talking, like when you're at a doctor's office, and this white lady's like, "Oh, as a white lady, I enjoy going to restaurants and accusing the waiters of sexually harassing me, and I haven't paid for meals in months, and it's just the greatest thing to be a white person and all this." And then they show this Muslim guy, and well, first off, they show this fat white dude. I'm not joking you. This is what they. I know it sounds racist, but this is what they show on here. So they show this fat white guy talking, and he's like, "I couldn't marry my fiance as myself, so I had to get ethnically modified or whiteoscopied to marry my wife because their parents were hardcore her parents were hardcore Christian, and they were going to pay for the wedding and then give us a massive inheritance when we had kids and all this. But because I was a Muslim, they wouldn't let me do it and all this." And then the guys, like, they showed the picture of this Muslim guy with this like Mexican girl. That's what it looked like. She looked like a Mexican girl. I don't think I remember thinking, why didn't she get the surgery too? Well, maybe she did. I don't know. But anyways, so they show a picture of him as the white guy with the lady at the wedding, and he's like, "Well, we got married, and we had kids, and we got the inheritance and all this stuff, and this paid off becoming a white person." Like, they keep making this whole thing about that being being white is the best thing ever, and you can get free meals and do all this bullshit. And then this guy comes out, and he's explaining to her about what this is, and she thinks he's trolling, or she goes, "No, it's real." And then he goes and gets the barber and brings him in there, and he's like, show him you." And then he shows him the picture of him, and it's this, like, how do I put it? It just looked like I don't know. It looked like some black guy from Harvard or something, and he's like, "I was an educated black man, but I couldn't get above my what was it, like, he was high up in this company, and he was trying to get to CEO or something, and he couldn't do it because he's saying it he was because he was black and all this." So then he got the white surgery, and all of a sudden he was assistant CEO, and then I don't know. They didn't explain what happened there, because I was like, well, he's a barber, so what happened? Like, I don't know. They just cut back to the guy talking, and then they're showing all these other people, and basically everybody in this business was a black or Asian or something that's a white person now, and they're running this business thing, trying to do it. So he's like, "Okay, if you're you have to have your mother sign a permission slip if you're underage and all this." And he's like, "Okay, I'll do it." So she brings it home, and then her mom's not paying attention, and she just tells her it's a field trip. So she goes and gets the whiteoscopy and turns into this white chick. Here, let me see if let me find it on here. See if they show a picture of her. Okay, there she is. That's her as the white girl. So the girl that you saw at the beginning is now this girl because of the whiteoscopy or whatever. I don't know what ethnic modification thing they call it, whatever. She just turned into a white girl, and the parents are pissed off and they're telling her, "You make Chinese again. You go back to Chinese and all this," and they can't do it. And the guy's like, if when you make a plant, the seed dies. He keeps telling them this thing about planting a seed or whatever. So they're in the parking lot, and then she's saying, "Oh, everybody hates me because I'm Chinese and all this woke bullshit." And the way they make it on there, like I told you earlier, it's just not believable. It's just not believable. A school full of white girls and a decent looking Asian chick comes in there. I mean, there's no way that she would be hated. I mean, she might be hated by the blonde chicks because she's Asian, and they'd be like, "Oh, this is an exotic chick," and all this. But other than that, the guys, I don't think the guys would hate her and all the stuff they're showing on there. And then her friend, who's like this, I think she's Indian or something. Well, I think she's Indian. She looked like an Indian girl, like an actual, not Native American, like from India or whatever. Her friend is like, where'd my friend go? Or this is the other plot hole in this too. Okay, so these people are struggling. Okay, like the dad there, the Asian guy, he fucked his arm up or something because this white Karen at the house. I don't know if that was intentional or she did it to fuck with them or what, but he cut his arm on this. I don't know what that was, a plate or something fell and it cut him up bad. And then they don't have health care or whatever, so he has to get stitches. And the mom's looking on YouTube how to do the stitches, and they're pouring whiskey and he's screaming and it's this nasty thing. And so he's out of the job, so he tells her, "Can you go and do the work?" So she's like, she goes and does one of the jobs. She's like, "Fuck this! I'm gonna be a white girl. The hell with this." So then she decides to go and be the white girl, and then we have this here, and then they don't believe her that she's the white girl and all this. And this is what I mean. There's too many plot holes. And how did she afford the surgery? Huh? These people are broke. Okay, and the dad hurt his arm and can't work, and he has to have her go work because they need the money, but yet she could afford a whiteoscopy or whatever this thing is. That was a ridiculous. It was just not believable. That plot hole is too big. They should have. What they should have done is said she got a inheritance or money from, well, even she did get money from Chinese New Year's, but there's no way it would be enough to pay for that surgery. And they don't tell you how much the surgery is, by the way. There's no way that surgery was under $1,000. That fucking surgery, if that was a real thing, that surgery would be $500,000 to $1 million and higher. There's no way in hell that surgery, she just would not be able to afford it. She just wouldn't be able to do it. It's just bullshit. Like, so that was a huge plot hole. And then she had to convince the parents of who she is. And then the school, like, she goes back to the school and she's starting over again, going, "Oh, this is our new student from California and all this." And then I'm thinking, nobody's wondering what happened to the Asian girl. Like, what happened to, like, even the friend, the friend later on figured out what she did. Like, she figured out it was her somehow. But at the same time, it's just so unbelievable that you're just, okay, look, I understand you have to suspend, what is it? Suspend disbelief or something, I think is the term, something like that. You have to just go along with it. I'm willing to play along, but that was a huge fucking plot hole. I think if they had explained how she paid for this, then I would have been like, okay, well, I can understand that now. But you have two immigrants struggling here, and then he fucks his arm up, and she has to go on YouTube to do stitches to help him, and then she somehow can magically afford to get a fucking surgery that does this. Come on, man. I mean, I don't know. So she has the surgery, and then her life is like cherries. It's perfect, and she's friends with the prom queen girl and all this, and but her face starts fucking up, and she has to keep peeling her face off. So I'm thinking, okay, they're trying to rip off The Substance in that other movie with Cindy Crawford's daughter, where she becomes a lobster trying to be a model, but the DNA took over and turned her into a giant lobster or whatever. I'm thinking, okay, so these people are most likely lizard people or something, and she's turning into a lizard or a snake because they keep emphasizing the peeling, the peeling, the peeling, the peeling, the peeling. So I'm like, okay, she's going to turn into a snake or a lizard at the end. That's what I'm expecting to happen here, okay? So she goes back to the company and says, hey, my face is like, it looks like Mike Tyson punched me. And they give her this cream, and the lady's like, just rub this on, it fixes it. So she goes and uses the cream, and it works at first, but then her face keeps sagging and fucking up, and then, okay, let me show her. Let's see if I can find her on here. The main girl. No, I want to. Okay, is it here? Okay, this is the main girl here. This chick. So she figures out that this girl is the Asian girl, the girl that's the white girl, and then she confides in her that she had the same thing done, and what's happening to her, she's seen it before because she's seen other people get the surgery, and she says that if you have prominent Asian features or something, it tends to fight. It has something to do with your new face, like your new face and your old face have like a battle or something, and your new face eventually wins or something, she was saying. But you had to go through the battle. A lot of people don't have to for some reason. And then she explains to her that her and her dad, when they came here, they were Cuban, and ICE was harassing them or something, and everybody was harassing them, and the cops were harassing them and all this stuff. So they decided to go do this thing and be white people. But then the mom's like, no, fuck this. And I don't know if her and the dad got a divorce or what, but she's living with the dad. So they're both Cubans who are now white people. And then she shows the dad, and the dad's like, oh, you poor thing. Your old face is fighting your new one, and unfortunately you're just gonna have to wait it out, and it'll be like a month or so, and it'll go back to normal and all this. And so she's like, her face is fucked. Like it's melting off basically at this point. So she goes back to the place, and now there's like a line a mile long where everybody's trying to be a white person and all this, and she's trying to get in there, and she shows him her face, and she's like, help me, you have to help me and all this. So that they have security escort her out, and then the security takes her to the back, and then the doctor comes out, and he's like, okay, calm down. He's like, in order to make a plant, the seed has to die. He's like, your old face has to die for your new one to take over, and then your new face will absorb your old one. And she's like, I want to be Asian again and all this. And then the guy's like, well, I'm sorry, you're fucked. And he's just laughing that she wants to be Asian again. And he's like, what sane person in their right mind would give this up and all this. And then like they just cut the ending is she's sitting at her like makeup thing, her mirror, her little mirror makeup thing in her room, and she's like peeling her face off. And then she starts really fucking peeling her face off. And there's like blood and half of her new face disappears, and then you see the Asian girl underneath is like trying to come back, and then she's just laughing hysterically, and she's got like her hand over half of her face and like, oh well, look, now I'm half Asian or whatever. And that's like the end. It was fucking, that ending sucked. That ending, I honestly thought what was gonna happen is it was gonna be like that other movie where they had Cindy Crawford's daughter who got turned into a lobster, and that other chick found out, and they were trying to kill her or whatever because she discovered that Cindy Crawford's daughter got turned into a It's this movie called Shell. I did a review. I thought it was gonna be the same thing, but I thought all the peeling the skin and all that, they were hinting at that she was either going to turn into a lizard or a snake, and that they were using some sort of snake DNA or something. Like that's honestly what I assumed the doctor was going to tell her at the end. And I'm just like, okay, so this will be interesting. She's going to at the end turn into a snake or a fucking lizard person. No. She just rips off her face, and you just see the Asian chick underneath there. Okay, now I'm going to get into my real gripe of this movie and what they should have done. The movie, they did this they should have done this backwards. It should have been the white girls wanting to be Asian uwu chicks. That would have been 1,000 times a better movie. That would have been like, and then it should have been that at the end, like their skin started peeling like hers, and then it's the Chinese like testing a bio weapon that turns people into lizards or something, and then that's the end of the movie. Is she turns into a snake and slithers away or something. Like that would have been 1,000 times a better movie. But just to have her peel her face off and then, come on, how do you have your original face under there? The whole point of the movie was that you turned into a white girl. You didn't, basically, they just put like, how do I put this? Like a skin suit on here. Okay, you remember Hellraiser? That's probably a better example. You know how on Hellraiser when the skin suits fly off? That's what it made me think of, except they're putting it on. And then she just basically is taking the skin suit off, and you see the Asian face underneath there, and it's like her laughing hysterically, like, oh, haha, I'm half Asian now. Ooh, okay, it's like, I don't know. Definitely a funny movie, but boring for a lot of it. A lot of it was just boring. There's a lot of boring parts, but towards the end gets decent, but the ending just, fuck that ending. What a joke. Anyways, that's it. Thanks for watching. Bye.